We are going to start soon. Let's go. So yeah, today we are doing confidence 2.0, but this time it's the Q&A version. So confidence Q&A style. Let's go. I asked you guys to send me some questions of what you want me to answer on the topic of confidence and just some of the things that I talked about last week. So we are gonna dive in. We're gonna go through that, and we are gonna have fun. Right? Let's do this. Okay, guys. Welcome. So glad that you guys could join us today. It's going to be fun. It's going to be amazing. As I've already said, we are doing confidence, but the Q&A style, right? So you guys have asked me some questions, and now I'm going to answer them in this time. So yeah, let's go. As you already know, my name is Ruth. If I need to introduce that, my name is Ruth. Some people like to call me Ruthie Ray. Ray standing for radiating abundant energy, right? But it's positive energy. Let's just add that one there. Positive energy. Okay. So I'm gonna answer the first question, which is quite simple. What are 5 things you're most grateful for? I would have to say the first one is my trading family. I spoke about them a little bit last week, and I just said that they are amazing. They're a group of people who are on the same journey like you, who are trying to go for the same things like you, and who are very supportive, there for you, always helping you. And so for me, they are definitely something that, or a group of people that I'm grateful for. So yeah, definitely my trading family for sure. The next one. What other things am I grateful for? I'm grateful to God always. Like that's just like a no-brainer. But I'm grateful to God for the ability to just be alive, for the ability to be well, to be healthy, to be able to walk around, talk, eat, sleep, drink, all that type of stuff. Like I'm grateful for all of that. That's like more than 5 things that I've said that I'm grateful for. But honestly, literally, just there's just so many things to be grateful for. I'm grateful for peace, guys. I'm grateful for peace because in this society, in this day and age, it's no joke. Being able to be peaceful and having peace in whatever it is that you're doing, no joke at all. So I am definitely grateful for the ability to have peace. And then I think I've said more than 5 things as it is in that question. But next, what's your journey? Ooh, I'm not going to answer that one just yet. The next one is, how can we practice gratitude in our daily lives? I guess through what I've just done, right? Just literally think to yourself, what is it that you're grateful for? And just say those things. Like, it's as simple as that. Think about what has happened to you during the week. It could be as simple as you ordered a package and it arrived. Be grateful for that. You have money to be even able to order that package. Be grateful for that. You have money to be able to go out and eat. Be grateful for that. You have the ability to get up, talk, walk, sleep, and all that type of stuff. Be grateful for that. Like, literally, you just have to, think of the things that you have and the things that you've been through and the things that, haven't got you down, right? And be grateful to those things. Like, it's so simple and so easy to practice gratitude. Honestly, you just have to say, I'm so happy and grateful for XYZ. Whatever it is, just say it and that's it, right? Next one. What's your journey with faith been like? And then the next one kind of ties into it. It says, how do you develop your relationship with God? So those two are kind of similar. So I'm going to put them together. So my journey with faith, I definitely want to say growing up has been a roller coaster, right? it's been up and down, which is standard. I grew up in a Christian home. I was raised in a Christian home, went to Christian church, all that type of stuff, right? But just because we grow up in a Christian home doesn't mean it's any easy for us, right? Because we still go through the same battles as other people. It's meant to be easier because we're meant to recognize that we have God with us, right? Which is what sets us apart. Otherwise, what's the point in being a Christian? But of course, when you're growing up, you're still trying to find your feet. You're still trying to find the balance. You're still trying to find your voice. Still trying to find your faith in God. Still trying to, actually get to know Him, read your Bible, all these type of things. So there are times where, you look around and you see your non-Christian friends who are doing X, Y, and Z. And so, you want to conform to that. You want to do what it is that they're doing. But eventually, as I've grown older, I've realized that no, I don't want to be that type of person. And for me, something that I think I said in last week's video was like, I've always been someone that I just kind of stood out, like in terms of being confident and all that type of stuff. So for me, from a young age, I was just someone that I don't even want to do these things anyway. So I didn't really struggle with that. But nonetheless, I struggled more of like, I guess I could say like me, who I was, and it was more of like a mental battle, trying to tell myself that I'm good enough, right? And, adore me for me, love me for me, right? So I think that was kind of something that I struggle with, even though, yes, there's Bible verses that says that, God loves us and all these type of things. For me, it was a bit difficult. And so at times, I was really, really good and I would have a strong faith in God. And at times, not so much. But what changed for me, especially, was, being in the pandemic last year, right? So this kind of ties into the next part of how you develop your relationship with God. I think that pandemic, apart from people dying, because I hated that part was just suckish, having close family and friends die all the time. But apart from that, I loved the pandemic. I think I am one of the only few people in this world who loved being inside and loved the pandemic. Like, for me, I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. On top of that, I had the ability to, be by myself. Yeah, I was privileged that I was able to be by myself during that time. So that time, I had the best time of my life. I had the best time, right? And so what did I do that time? I had fun. I watched movies. I stayed inside. I chilled. I was on social media a lot, like a lot of people. I was just having fun. And I chose to see the positive in it instead of letting it be all negative and sad. Like, I chose to actually have fun during that time. And I did. And on top of that, I developed my relationship with God during that season. I didn't let that season go to waste because I didn't think, that okay, so I'm in a pandemic. Because, like, some people, they were like, God, why are you doing this? God's not with us. God doesn't love it. And they probably hated God even more that season. But for me, I went the opposite way. I was like, God, you know why this is happening. And so only you can help me during this season. Only you can help me during this moment. So I choose to put my trust and my hope and my faith in you. So instead of being negative about it, I just worked with what I had, and in fact, I was more positive, and I used that time to actually develop my faith with God. And how did I do that? I was going to, different Bible studies on like Zoom and whatnot. I was binge watching sermons, like a lot of them. And two that I really, 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 really watched a lot was Redefine TV and Red Rocks Church. Like, those two, yeah. Yeah. And I could just see my faith growing deeper in God and developing even more. And I was just loving it, right? So I didn't take that time for granted. I actually used it to, actually seek God's face. Read my Bible a lot more. Like, I always read the Bible, but like, I never actually went into it. So I knew scriptures, but I never went deeper. So I used that time to go deeper, right? So how to develop your relationship with God, you just need to spend time with him. That's literally it. It's like how do you develop your relationship with your friends? It's the same thing. If you don't spend time with them, you're not going to know them. And if you don't know them, then you're not going to have a deep relationship. Do you know what I mean? It's just going to be surface level, like acquaintances. So you need to be able to find time to spend time with them. And you will make time to spend time with those who are important to you. So you have to ask yourself, is God really important to me? Is he someone that I want to be part of my everyday life? And if he's not important to you, ask yourself why. Why is he not important to you? Because to me, God is very important to me. Like, very. Like, I can't breathe, talk, walk, do anything without this guy. So, I want him to be part of my everyday. But that's just me. That's just me. Y'all do you, but that's just me. Right? Right. So, in a nutshell, I really hope that I've answered that question. Yeah, just spend time with him. But one thing for me, I was like, okay, God, I'm able to do this in the pandemic, right? Because I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to see anyone. Like, I don't like going out unless I really have to. Like, if you know me, you know I like my bed. So don't call me and tell me we're going somewhere if it ain't important. Because I would just find every reason to say no. Okay? Okay? Okay. But anyways, back to it. I was like, cool. So, Lord, I've been able to spend time in this pandemic with you and it's been fun and my faith is like going deeper and whatnot. But what happens when we go back into the real world and things start getting busy? Like, that's actually something I asked him. I was just like, Lord, I don't want to forget you. I don't want to, go back into my old ways and lose this relationship that I've just built. And it was just like, no, the only way you're going to lose that relationship if you start compartmentalizing God, right? Putting him in one direction there and then putting everything else there, right? That's not how we're meant to do it. Everything is meant to come together and merge, right? To be one thing, right? And so when we start doing that and we start inviting God into different places and different areas of our lives and saying, Lord, I want you to be a part of this and that and everything, right? Then it becomes easier to actually be like, oh, hi, God. Like, oh, God is in this situation and he's in that situation and he's in everything, right? So stop separating it and feeling like you need to, just have this time just for God. Like, of course, try and have those times just for God. You need those. But at times, if it's something that you're really busy, invite him into what it is that you're already doing. Whether it be at work, whether it be, with your friends, going out on a journey, on the way to somewhere in the mornings as you're getting ready. Just invite him to your day-to-day and just have fun with that. So that one was a bit of an extensive answer. I really hope it helped. And yeah, we're gonna move on to the second one. Well, the next one. Okay. What advice would you give to people who struggle with confidence? Ooh. And the next one, which also again ties with it slightly, is, was there a time that you struggled with your confidence and how did you overcome it? So I'm going to kind of put those two together. I'm going to start with the first part though, which is, what advice would you give to people who struggle with confidence? Well, if you're someone that you struggle with confidence, there's a reason. There's always a reason. Everything in this world has a reason, right? Everything has a root cause, So the first step is literally finding out what is it that happened to you that caused you to lose your confidence, right? There's always going to be something. So you need to ask yourself, what happened to me? Usually, something like this is probably going to be in childhood. That's most of the ways that we lose something. We lose our confidence or we lose our faith in someone or whatnot. It's usually from our childhood, right? Something happened to us. Someone said something to us, did something to us. And so because of that, we don't have faith in ourselves. Or maybe we talk down to ourselves and we don't say nice things about ourselves. But whatever it is, right? There's always a root problem. You can't just say, oh, I wasn't born with confidence. I never had that, right? Because something like confidence is something that can be developed. So there's a root problem. There's a root something that's happened to you that's probably, made you the way you are, right? So if you're trying to become confident, it's find out what that issue is, right? Find out if someone said something to you maybe. And then after that, stop caring. Like, that might not be the best advice. There might be other advice out there that's better. But for me, that's what I did. I stopped caring. I stopped caring about other people's opinions, because at the end of the day, this is my life. This is not your life. You're not living it for me. I'm living it. So why am I caring about what these people are saying about me, right? Again, like I said last week, there's 8 billion people in this world. If you don't like me, okay, find someone else. If you don't like the fact that I'm confident in what I'm doing, find someone else. Right? Like, this is me. And if I want to be confident, I'm going to be confident. And you don't like that? That's your problem. Not mine. That's what you have to deal with. I don't have to deal with that. And so a lot of us, the reason we're not confident is because we're giving other people power. We're giving them the power to say that we can or cannot do something. And so that knocks down on our confidence. So the next part is, was there a time I struggled with confidence? And this is linking to this. It's actually quite a story. It's a story, right? So when I was in secondary school, for y'all Americans, what's that, like middle school? Maybe just going to high school? I don't know. But when I was in secondary school, I think it was like year 8. I want to say year 8 because I was 13. So yeah, I want to say year 8 or just going into year 8, whatever it was, right? And so for me, I like singing. I like singing. I'm not a singer. I like singing. There's a difference, right? And so because I like singing, I used to sing a lot in the morning. Like, now looking back at it, I can actually say that, okay, what I used to do was kind of annoying, I can't lie. Because I used to sing in the mornings and people like their morning quiet and like just, all of that type of stuff. And for me, when you're hearing someone sing, it's just like, bro, it's too early for this. Like, what? And the thing is, I claim to not be a morning person, but the moment I'm awake, I'm awake. I'm awake. It's all energy. I'm awake. But anyways, I used to sing. And I wasn't the best of singers, so no one gonna try and tell me to start singing for you because what? But I wasn't awful either. I was kind of like maybe in the middle type thing, right? But I wasn't amazing, essentially, right? And so I would sing in the morning and in homeroom. I would go to homeroom every morning and I would be singing. And one day, this girl literally said to me, like, Ruth, stop singing. You can't sing. You're not good. Just shut up. Like, it's so early. Like, why are you doing this? Da-da-da. Right? And, at the time, now I look back at it and I laugh. But at the time, right, little old Ruth was so hurt by it. I was just like, oh, she just said I can't sing. She just said I need to shut up. She just said what? And so I let myself get discouraged. I let myself get hurt by that. I was just like, what? And that knocked my confidence, right? It really did. Because I started questioning myself. I was like, I can't sing, but how? But, and all that type of stuff. So I was just like, when I went home that day, I was like, you know what? Fine, forget it. I'm not singing again. Ever. I'm not doing it. I give up. No. Right? So I stopped singing. Because I let her words tear me down. So I stopped singing. I was just like, fine. Every morning, silence. Wouldn't sing. Just stopped. Right? And I think I did this for maybe a week or so. I can't remember how long I did it for. But however long I did it for, eventually I was just like, I hate this. because I like singing. But they've told me I'm not good enough, so I need to stop because it's not my bag. But I like singing, right? So I was in this little crossroad where I was just like, what am I going to do? Because I want to sing because I like it, but they've told me I'm not good, that I need to stop, right? So I sat down with myself. I was in my room. I remember this. And I was just like, why are you caring about other people's opinions? I actually had to talk to myself and say, why? And this was a 13-year-old girl. A 13-year-old talking to herself about this. Like, why? Why do you care that they're saying these things about you? How else are you meant to get better if you don't keep singing? Like, yeah, you're not the best, but at least you can do something if you carry on. But if you stop altogether, you're never going to get anywhere. And in fact, you'll probably just be worse. Right? We're not all born singers, but it doesn't mean we can't learn it to a degree. And I was telling myself this. I was just like, nah, this ain't right. Nah. They don't like it, that's their problem. And I said, I ain't got time for that. So I started singing again. Right? And as I was doing it over the years, my voice was getting better. But if I had stopped because of what someone said, my voice wouldn't be where it is. And again, I'm not saying I'm the best. Like, please don't get that wrong. I'm not saying that I'm so amazing. No. All I'm just trying to say is that, like, we have the ability to give people power over us. So I could have given her the power and stayed like that and stopped singing, or I could have said no. Right? And so I built my confidence back up and I started singing. I started doing it not like in the class and everything, because I was like, okay, to be fair, maybe that is a bit annoying early in the morning. But wherever I could, right, I would just, sing to myself and just keep practicing and keep practicing and keep practicing and keep practicing, right? So I would say that's like a time that I probably struggled with confidence. And that period was when I actually wrote my first song. Right? Like my first proper song. Like I'd always like write little songs here and there. It wasn't anything crazy. But at that time, I wrote my first song, like my first proper song. And it was basically about that situation. Like just basically telling myself that, I'm amazing. Like there's something about me that is just wonderful and special and all these type of things, and that I shouldn't let anyone get me down. I shouldn't let anyone put me down. I shouldn't let anyone tell me otherwise when I'm, in my own right, I'm special, right? So, yeah. We're all amazing, right? Just gotta stop caring. Stop caring. It's not that deep. Well, it can be deep, but it's not that deep. Yeah. Next one. Whoo! How can you change your mindset? Boy, that one's hard. As in, the older you get, the harder it gets to change your mindset. Alright? But it's not impossible. One, it comes with a will. A will inside of you to want to change your mindset. If you don't have that will inside of you to want to change your mindset, then you ain't going anywhere. So number one, the will of wanting to change your mindset. Now, when you have that, your environment is everything. That's what I say, right? Who is around you? It could be your physical environment or maybe your online environment, like those who you speak to online. But whatever it is, your environment will leave an impression and leave a mark on you. It's not to say that, you still can't flourish. Let's say you're in a bad environment and so on and so forth. But it's to say that it's going to be a lot harder because you're fighting against it rather than giving into it. You want to give into your environment that is pushing you, right? An environment that is uplifting you, an environment that is helping you, right? For example, like my trading family, that is an environment. I've been placed into an environment of people, of like-minded individuals who all want to be successful, who all want to go somewhere and do something with their lives. And so that environment encourages me to keep going for what I want, to not give up, because I've seen those who are around me, I've seen them achieve those goals. So I'm going to keep fighting. I'm not going to get soft or get complacent or whatever. I'm going to keep working hard because I know that I can get somewhere. So for me, your environment. And then the next thing that I say is literally, what are you looking at? Like, what are you reading? What are you watching? What are you surrounding yourself with? Because, you know, every little thing that we read and that we watch and that we see, again, leaves an impression on us. Right? So if you want to change your mindset, you have to start reading and watching things that will adapt your mindset, that will show you a newer way to do things. But if you don't want to change your mindset, then don't do those things, right? But something has to change, because if the way you're living, if something isn't working right, then it clearly needs fixing. So something has to change. And so what are you looking at? What are you watching? Right? Read some better books that will, you know, challenge your thinking and challenge the way you see life. And then start, you know, trying to be more open-minded, right? Don't just dismiss everything as quickly as you see it. Like, just because someone says something that, you know, maybe you don't like at first, might just be because they're trying to grow you. There's a difference between people throwing you hate and people trying to elevate and grow you, right? And so if they're trying to elevate and grow you, don't just become so dismissive to it. Actually take it in. Why are they saying this? Maybe it's trying to help me. Maybe it's trying to, you know, well, hopefully they are trying to help you. And then take it on board and actually start working on those things. So that's what I'll say for that one. What was your biggest takeaway from the Believe Nation event? That one is a hard one. Why? Because there was so many things in that event that was just like amazing, right? There was just so many things. But I would say for me, one of my biggest takeaway was just I don't think like I have actually specific something to say about it, but it's the way it made me feel, right? And so it made me feel that I can actually be myself and that I don't have to worry, right? I spoke about it a bit last week, and because of that event and everything that happened, I knew that I'm just gonna let go. This is the time to just be me, right? I've got something to say, I've got something to share, and I'm not going to let my own head, because it's me, it was always me being so much in my own brain and so much in my own head, right? Telling myself that I can't do X, Y, and Z. Always me telling myself those things. And so because I would say those things, I would stop myself from doing things like this. Like even like being on live and talking and saying my own truth, because I'm like, who's gonna want to hear that? Who's gonna want to do that? Who's like my language was always like thinking about other people and thinking about whether or not they're gonna like what it is that I have to say and what it is that I have to do. But I got to a point where it's like, I don't even care. Even if 0 people listens to me, I'm still gonna talk. And when I got to that point, in that stage, it was like this weight was just lifted off of me. Like not having to compare or care that these people are, maybe they might look at me different. And what? And also realizing that life isn't complicated at all. Life is so simple. Like I said, life is so simple, it's a joke. Life is so simple, it's a joke. right? And so when I understood all of that, I was just like, nah, bro. It's not that deep. It's not that complicated. Let me just relax. And that's what's really, really helped me, right? And now someone said, how can we be confident like you? I said it a bit earlier. Stop caring. Stop caring. Like, what? Okay. Because there's going to be so many people who don't like me. But am I going to let the fact that they don't like me stop me from being me? Oh, heck no. Heck no. I'll say it once. I'll say it again. There is 8 billion people in this world. Find someone else that you like and go for them. Simple. Right? And also, don't be confident like me. Be confident like you. There we go. Next one. What's a quote that you live by? Whew. I guess I kind of said it earlier. Life is so simple, it's a joke. I don't know if I made that quote or someone said it somewhere. But for me, life is so simple, it's a joke. Right? And so that is literally what I live by. But another one that I really, really like is knowledge isn't power. It isn't. We always say knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Knowledge isn't power, my friends. The application of knowledge is real power. You can have all the information in the world, but if you do nothing about it, so what? You actually have to apply what you've been taught. Apply that knowledge for it to come into effect. For it to actually do something. So knowledge isn't power. The application of knowledge is real power. What's your favorite Bible verse? I have two. I have so much more, but I have two mainly ones. Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the substance of all things hoped for and all things not seen. We need faith all the time. And then the second one, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Yeah, those two are my go-to verses. Who do you look up to the most? Jesus. I do. That guy did the thing. He did the thing, right? So I look up to him. Yeah. As the Bible, as him being in the Bible, him, but of course he was also real. So he just happened to be written in the Bible. But yeah, as a person, definitely Jesus. For sure. For sure. How is being a Christian linked to your confidence and how you carry yourself? Well, it helps me to hold my head up high. To know that I have a savior on my side. Like, that in itself is just... will just make you confident. Because if you know that you have someone who's so powerful on your side, you're not scared to do things. You just want to go for it. Right? At least I do. I'm just like, God is with me all the time. And all the time, God is with me. So why am I scared, bruv? Why am I scared? I'm not. Right? So it makes me just makes me want to smile. Just, feel confident that he's on my side. Because I know that whatever I go through, He's already gone through it ahead of me. And he knows that I can go through it. And he's standing beside me, going through it with me. So it means I can just lift my chin up, walk straight, walk tall, and not worry about a thing. And yeah, the last one, unless you guys have any more questions for me, put it in the chat if you do. And if not, that's all good as well. But the last one that I've got is, do you think that social media affects people's confidence? Yes. Yes, it does. That's the simple answer. It does. Why? Well, again, it goes back to us. We give social media the power to affect our confidence. We let people's highlight reels and we compare that with our reality, and we think that there's something wrong with us because we don't have what it is that they have. Not knowing that behind the scenes, they're going through a lot, or they had to go through a lot to get to where they are now. So we look at that, we see the nice cars and the perfect family picture and whatever it is, the holiday, and we think that, oh, they must have it easy. Oh, life must be so good for them. And so we think, oh, but I can't get there. That can never happen for me. I don't know what they did, but I can't do that. And we start talking down on ourselves. And then we become less confident to go for what it is that we want to go for. Right? So yeah, social media does affect people's confidence a lot. Because when you see something constantly, you start to internalize that. And when you internalize it, right, you start to not feel good about yourself because you don't have what it is that they have. So how do you stop that? Stop focusing on people's highlight reels. And if you are going to look at it from time to time, which there's nothing wrong with that, remember that this is their highlight reel. This is a good part of their life that they're going through, right? And they just wanted to share that. We don't always want to share the sad things and the bad things that we're going through, right? And how do you know? Some people, they could have posted that picture even while going through something stressful and something hard. But because we only see a picture, we think that they have it easy. No. Stop it. They don't. No one has it easy. We all have to go through the same thing. The only difference is, how do you view what it is that you're going through? Do you let it stop you? Or do you let it propel you? What is your perspective on it? Right? So I really hope that this live has helped you guys. Like, just be confident in yourself. Be confident in your source. You were put on this earth for a reason. There is something special and amazing about each and every single one of you. You just have to, take time to find it. And maybe, how do you find it? Figure out what it is that you like, what it is that you love. What is it that, makes you passionate, gets you out of bed every morning. And with time, it will come to you. And sometimes it just comes by accident. For me, which I talked about last time, trading with my family is now something that I'm seeing as just amazing. It's now become a thing that I do. And I never saw myself as a trader. I'm not your typical trader. But I'm someone who came in with an open mind and said, let me just try this out. And now I'm helping other people learn the skill themselves. And to me, through that, I've just become so passionate about setting people free financially. That's now become my passion. And I feel like that's like maybe a purpose that God is calling me to be able to help people learn a skill that will help them become financially free. And other things in terms of what I'm doing now. I'm talking about confidence. I think that that's what I'm here to do, to encourage people, right? Let them know that life isn't that hard and that they can get to where it is that they want to get to. They just have to keep going, keep trying, keep striving, and they will get there. You will get there if you keep going. Like I said, if you keep working at it, life is going to actually say, okay, hold on, they want this. And life is going to give you what it is that you want. It is, for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. So, it doesn't look like I have any more questions. I think that's it. We've answered it. Guys, life is easy. We make it hard. Stop making it hard. There's no reason for you to be making it hard. Just stop it. Stop it. Just tell yourself stop and stop it. Right? Just stop it. But guys, I'm going to end this one a little bit early. Because I'm done talking and I don't want to talk if there's nothing else for me to say. Yeah. So, stay blessed, guys. Honestly, I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you're able to accomplish everything that you want. Again, thank you, Jesus, for this live. Thank you that, we've been able to just have a little bit of a chit chat, answer some questions, and just talk about it. God, you're amazing. You're so good. So good. And we owe you everything. We owe you everything. And we just say thank you so much. This life has been amazing. Spending time with the family has been amazing. And yeah. Amen. So, I'm going to see you guys soon, okay? But until I see you, stay blessed, don't stress, and I will catch you after the test. Bye!